Hello everyone and welcome to the October 2021 Energetic Insights. For those of you guys that don't know me, my name is Depika Mystery and I'm an intuitive guide, energy healer, coach and a consultant. And for 2 years now, I've been sharing these insights on a month-by-month basis. And it's really geared up for those of you guys that are becoming more and more consciously aware of your intuitive and energetic abilities and are looking for some practical guidance to help you to navigate your way through. So if this sounds like you, welcome, you're here at the right place. So how are you guys doing? How was September for you? We have a very interesting October here. What the guides were saying is that this month is going to be full of many opportunities. Opportunities for healing, for gaining clarity, for love, and for abundance. But the thing is, what the guys are saying, there is a catch. And then they're saying that is, the more we can come out of our mind and drop into our heart center, the more these opportunities will be presented to us and available to us because we'll have the perception to be able to see it. And what they were also saying is that be mindful because many of us can come out of our heads, but also drop into our mind-made hearts rather than our heart center. So what they say is just constantly check in with yourself. Am I in my heart center? Am I acting from my heart center? Am I making this decision from my heart center? Am I perceiving this situation from my heart center? And the more you do that, you'll be able to tune in with yourself and really drop into your heart center. There's a beautiful energy there at the moment and so many opportunities that are available to all of us this month. What they were also saying that the energy of chaos is also on the increase and rising. However, there's this very powerful stillness in the air. And there's a hum, and many of us are going to find ourselves catching it. And the key thing is when we catch it, is see if we can expand that and be still within that stillness. And the more that we are still within that stillness, we're going to find ourselves, our consciousness rising and shifting and expanding. And overall, what the guys were saying is that the consciousness of the planet is rising and it's going to continue to rise, even though that there is a lot of chaos. We're just becoming more and more consciously aware of the chaos and the shadow aspects of ourselves and of the collective. So it's going to be very dynamic, as what the guides are saying. So before we move on to the themes for October, let's take a moment to do a quick recap on the themes for September. So the 4 key themes for September were galactic guides, victim consciousness, and I feel this victim consciousness is still going to play out so we're going to notice it a lot more this month, especially those of us that are moving more into that creator consciousness as well. So we'll find ourselves in this dance between victim consciousness and creator consciousness. So if you're finding yourself in victim consciousness, do go back and watch the September insights because I think that is going to be quite empowering for you this month as well. And the other 2 themes were being human and inside out. As always, as I've mentioned, do go back and watch previous insights because some of those themes still tend to play out in the coming months as well. So let's move on to the first theme for this month. The first theme is called multiple realities. And I know that many of you guys are starting to become aware of the various different realities that are currently playing out at the moment. And what the guides were saying is that there is no one right or one wrong reality, that every single reality that is playing out at the moment is valid and that it serves a deep purpose. It's a greater purpose, more than what you'll be able to comprehend at this time. But just know each and every reality serves a purpose and it's valid. And depending on who we are, some of us are going to be just very rigid in one reality. Many of us are going to find ourselves hopping between the various different realities. And just know that each reality provides us with the life experience that we need. And on a soul level, we've kind of agreed to this, that we needed to learn whatever it is that we needed to learn. It's going to provide us with the environments so that we can learn the lessons that we need to learn, and also the opportunities to really go deeper within the trauma, the collective trauma and personal trauma, and start to heal some of those deeper wounds within that. So just know that each and every reality serves a purpose and it's valid valid. No one reality is better than the other. No one reality is right and the other one is wrong. Just know that everything has its purpose and everything is serving a greater purpose, more than we probably will actually know of or understand of in this lifetime. So the key thing here is about really stepping into that greater level of awareness and consciousness. It's a great opportunity here. The more we can understand the different realities that we're in and why we're in that, the more we're able to kind of consciously shift and choose those realities and understand why we are in those specific realities, what we're learning from those realities, and what we need to release as we are in those realities. So ask yourself, what realities am I in? And you can have a look at the different situations. Maybe there's one reality with your family, there's another reality with your work colleagues, there's another reality with your community. Is there one reality that you're existing, or are there multiple realities you're existing in? So just start to name those realities, and you can just name them with numbers or letters, or if they come up with specific names, just allow yourself to name them. And then once you've got that information, then start to ask yourself, what's the driving force behind that reality for you? What is your driving force, or what is the driving force behind that reality? And then ask yourself, what are the attachments? What are the attachments do you have to that reality? What attaches you to that reality? So I'm asking the same question several different ways. And then ask yourself, is there fear? Is there control? Is there manipulation in that reality? Then the flip, ask yourself, is there love, compassion, kindness in that reality? And is there a divide? Is there a them and us that exists in that reality? And is there a need for you to be right? So what you're doing is raising your level of awareness and consciousness about yourself and who you are in that reality. And what that will do is show your triggers, your wounds, and give you greater clarity about yourself as well. So this is really, really powerful, and there's an opportunity in here. We can always take the victim route to say, oh my goodness, the world is divided, there's multiple realities. But when you start asking why and going into it, and how can I harness this right now to raise the level of consciousness for myself and for the planet, then the game changes. So what the guides were also saying is, as the different realities kind of tend to collide, many of us are going to find ourselves triggered, and these triggers are just signs and like a pointing in the direction of, oh, here, have a look at this wound, have a look at this trauma, it's time to kind of clear that out. And finally, what they were also saying is that, you know, many of us are going to find ourselves that we will have this ability to step in and out of different realities. And as we do that, we'll find this in-between reality, which has this energy of peace, harmony, and acceptance, and the great, great energy of hope. So allow yourself to become more aware of the various different realities that you are engaging in, understand why you're engaging in that, and then as you do that, you're going to be able to consciously choose which reality you go into, and learn whatever it is that you need to learn, and heal whatever it is that you need to heal. So this is really, really empowering the more conscious and aware you become. All right, let's move into the second theme. This theme is called Be Still. So this is really, really powerful, this theme, in a way that there is a great, great opportunity for healing in the chaos. So what we're finding with the chaos that is in the collective at the moment is that many of us are finding ourselves in the state of fight, freeze, and fight, flight, freeze. So what the being in the stillness will do is it will help us to recognize what is going on within ourselves, and whatever it is kind of confusing and frying our nervous system. I had another word for this, but I'm not even going to try and pronounce it because I tried it and it doesn't work. So just whatever it is affecting your nervous system at the moment, this Be Still theme is going to help come in, and there's an energy here of healing and soothing of your nervous system. So what's happening is that we're going to find ourselves reacting to external environment, especially where we have unresolved childhood trauma, and when we find ourselves in the fight, flight, or freeze state. So there's a great opportunity this month to deepen our practice of stillness and the art of doing nothing, knowing that everything will get done. And what we'll find is that we can really navigate, and the more we practice stillness through meditation, and I'll list out a few of the tools and techniques that you can use to really drop into the stillness that is available for us this month, even though that everything is quite chaotic at the moment as well. So meditation is going to be one of the most powerful tools this month to really step in and drop into the stillness. And it could be walking meditation or dancing meditation. Sometimes some of you guys, like myself, find driving meditative, swimming meditative. They could be running that's meditative. Just know what helps you to get into that meditative state. Qigong is going to be another very, very, very powerful tool this month to practice, to go into that stillness and to really tap into the energy of that as well. For some of you guys, it'll be walking out in nature, communicating with the birds, communicating with the trees, just being more present with plants. Sound baths, Reiki healing, any form of healing. Also water therapy came up and aromatherapy came up this month. So those are so many different ways that you can practice and drop into that energy of stillness this month. And as I've mentioned, it's a great, great, great opportunity to address those deeper traumas that have been bubbling away onto the surface. Some of that for some of us is going to be past life traumas, ancestral traumas, and childhood traumas. And those are traumas where we find ourselves acting them out in this lifetime or at this moment, in this present moment, as in the form of fighting. So ask yourself, what are you fighting? When are you fighting it? Why are you fighting it? And then ask yourself, where are you fleeing, right? What are you fleeing from? What responsibilities are you fleeing from? And then ask yourself why. And that will take you on a journey of really unearthing those deeper traumas. And once again, where are you freezing? So especially those of you guys that are feeling really stuck, very irritated, very just agitated, that is your clue of kind of going in deeper and bringing in that stillness to the agitation, to the irritation, and to that stuckness. And you'll find that there's a beautiful opportunity there for healing and greater clarity. All right, let's move on to the third theme. Gosh, this month is so jam-packed with everything that is going on. There is also the third theme is called abundance. And what the guide was saying is that the more we allow ourselves to free fall and trust that we are safe and know that our heart desires are being met, the more abundant and more that we are going to flow. So what this is really about is there is a great energy of I'm just getting an image right now. So if you imagine like when the sun is rising or when the sun is setting, you get all those streams of light that is coming through. What we're getting is multiple streams of light that is coming through that is carrying the energy of abundance, right? And the more we are present with it, that's why the Be Still theme is very, very powerful this month, because when we're present and we're being still, we'll be able to really connect with those streams of light. And those streams of light are powerful because there's an opportunity here to really break down and really become conscious of the narratives and programmings that we have in place that blocks our flow of abundance. And you've probably already heard the saying, we are born abundant, we are abundant beings. However, we have created a number of different programmings, a number of different narratives that to keep us feeling safe, that we think that we're safe, to keep us feeling safe, and that we have some sort of control. So what are the narratives and programs that you have created that, that help you feel like you are in control, that give you that power, that you the manipulative power in that, and that sense of rightness? Know that all of these energies are the ego energies. And what I got an image of was the guides kind of doing a face plant. It's like, We keep telling you this, but you're not listening. So here we go. We're going to send this abundant energy here and we'll see what you do with that. And what I got here is a set of tools. And this is really about, like I mentioned, unearthing the energy and becoming more conscious of the energy of where you are controlling something, where you're manipulating something, or where you have this need to be right about something. So have a look at the narratives and programs that you have around being a good person, a good girl, a good boy. What are the narratives? What are the programs? And this is for many of us, this is so unconscious. We do things and we kind of built from very early on in our childhood, or if I do X, Y, and Z, that makes me a good person. If I'm a good person, then I'll receive the love. If I'm a good person, I'll get this. So it becomes very, very transactional. So really dive into and understanding, you know, what are the narratives? What are the programs that you're holding on to that you hold on to so that you can be that good person, right? What are the narratives and programs around control? And what are the benefits that you get out of holding on to those narratives? What are the narratives around manipulation and righteousness? And again, what are the benefits that you get around that? So really sit with the programs and the narratives. So you're really unearthing narratives and programs. And again, this links in back to the multiple realities, which is of theme 1. And then here's another flip to this, because there is such a high level of energy of manipulation at the moment. So this is a great opportunity to just sit in and just like, right, you know, where am I being manipulative towards myself and to other people? And how do I benefit from that? How does it serve me? And really sitting with that. None of us really want to say, yes, I'm a manipulative person. We don't truly believe that, but yet we still do manipulate ourselves and we do manipulate others. And this is about raising that level of consciousness to know when we're doing it and why we're doing it. So once again, the guides say abundance equals trust and knowing that your heart's desire is always being met. Trust that you're safe and your heart's desire is always being met. And know that the energy of control and manipulation really decreases that flow of abundance. So really start to unearth where you're trying to control things. And it could be, I'm trying to control my partner or manipulate my partner because I don't feel like I'm deserving or worthy of that love. Or I'm controlling or manipulating of my finances because I'm scared that I will never have enough, right? And I won't be able to take care of myself or my family. So get deeper into the fears of why you might be controlling or manipulating and allow yourself to release that, because this whole abundance energy is going to help shift some of your abundance blocks this month. All right, let's move on to the 4th and final theme. And this one is called betrayal. So So what I mean by that is that there is an amazing opportunity this month to heal the energy of betrayal, especially the betrayal energy that is coming from our past life, ancestors, and from childhood. Specifically around self-betrayal. So it's not just around how other people have betrayed us, but how have we betrayed ourselves? So it's really starting to kind of have a look at that. So if you have a look at your current situation, right? So wherever it is in your life, in your home life, your work life, in your community life, where do you feel betrayed? Who do you feel has betrayed you? And what were or are your expectations when it comes to that situation where you feel like you've been betrayed? And then go a little bit deeper. What are the wounds and trauma does this betrayal link to? And sometimes you just have to ask that question. You don't need to know the answer, you just ask that question. And if you find yourself throwing a blank, that is okay as well. You will find the answer as you ask that question, and sometimes it will drop into it. And then for each of the places where you feel betrayed, or the situations where you feel betrayed, drop in and ask, is this coming from a past life of mine? Is this coming from my ancestors? Is this coming from childhood? And for many of us, some of our really deep wounds are all 3. So you might start to unearth some of those things. And what you can do is ask your guides, ask the universe for extra guidance, for some healing. Have a journal, have a notebook. Some of you guys may even get answers in your dream state. So just make sure you have a journal and a pen beside your bed so you can write those the answers that come down. And there's another aspect to this as well. So for many of us, we are also carrying a lot of burden, right? And we carry this burden, some of it is ours, some of it doesn't belong to us. We're carrying the burdens as a badge of honor to show the outside world, look at me, look how strong I am, look how resilient I am, look at the burdens that I'm carrying. But really what you're doing is it's like a smoke mirrors. You're distracting yourself from the deeper wounds that are hiding behind the burdens that you're carrying. So this betrayal energy is also a great opportunity to get underneath the burdens that you're carrying. So if you're someone that is suffering from back pain, or you feel overwhelmed, or you just feel tired, neck pain, headaches, anything like that, this is an opportunity to kind of go back. Okay, is this pain that I'm feeling in my body linked to the burdens that I'm carrying? What are the burdens that I'm carrying? Who are the burdens that I'm carrying from? And what's underneath these burdens? So and what the guides were also saying when it comes to the betrayal healing, it's very, very, very simple, right? So the healing can present itself in a form of you just being honest with yourself, right? And by you being honest with yourself, that the energy of healing can take place, right? Also opening up your heart and mind, opening up yourself to a different perspective can also be very healing. And just even noticing what you are attaching to, what attachments that you have, and allowing yourself to release them can also be quite healing. So healing doesn't have to be massive. Healing can be quite simple, and it can be happening in every single moment of every single day, little by little, little by little. And then when you look back, it's like, oh wow, that's a massive shift. And it will be a massive shift the more we allow the healing to happen on a moment by moment by moment basis, because each and every moment we have an opportunity to raise our level of consciousness and our level of awareness. And therefore, the more we raise our level of consciousness, we are able to see the aspects of ourselves that need healing. So it's a constant cyclical process. So keep raising your level of consciousness and awareness. Don't beat yourself up and say, oh my goodness, why is this coming up? I thought I've already healed this. Just know that you're raising your level of consciousness, therefore that you can see the unhealed parts of yourself that little bit more clearly. So that's it for this month. Thank you everyone so much for watching these insights. If you have enjoyed them, please do share them with your community, your loved ones and your colleagues, and feel free to drop me a comment below. If you're watching this on YouTube, give us a thumbs up. If you're watching this on Facebook or Instagram, do give us a heart. And then those of you guys that are needing extra support this month, I am opening up my November calendar for one-to-one sessions because we're quite busy in October. And also those of you guys that are wanting to do the group healing session, which is the energetic alignment session, which is the group healing journeys, that is taking place on Sunday the 24th of October at a new time. So 5 p.m. UK time, 12 p.m. Eastern, and 9 a.m. Pacific time. And the theme this month is called Abundance. So I hope to see you guys there. Otherwise, I will see you guys next month. All right, take care and bye for now.